What's going on? Welcome to Bird's Eye View. Yours truly, Will I Am in the building with Will. We got Mika J in the building. What's going on, Mika?
How y'all doing? Good. How are you guys?
It's
Doing well,
good,
doing
good,
well,
good.
doing well. Bump City, what's going on, sir?
What's going on, peoples? What's going on? Let's get it.
Let's get it cracking. You know the deal. It's a lot of stuff to cover, so we're gonna rock and roll through this. We're gonna go ahead and actually start off with what's actually going to begin. I think Saturday, Louisville spring football is
Mm.
going to be starting. It's just amazing how quickly that
I know, right?
March is here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Spring football is here. My
Yeah.
gosh, I cannot believe it. Big time. It is
Uh-huh.
amazing. Goodness. Let me throw this, and I really, you know what I'm saying, I had this to say this. But give me one thing you're looking forward to. Or what are you looking No, let me back up. Do you guys pay attention to spring football, or do you just wait till it gets close to the season? Bump, what do you do? What's your approach?
I mean, I'm happy to see football back. You know what I'm saying, in the area, but it don't really excite me because you still might the team might look completely different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it might look completely different than what it does in spring and court going into the fall. So it's something to do for a couple of weeks. You know what I'm saying, to see the balls and see the new players come in and whatnot. But I'm ready for the season. It makes me excited for the season to get the little trinkets of you know what I'm saying, maybe of what's going on or whatnot.
Okay.
So I'm kind of waiting towards the fall. I like
Okay.
to see it going on. Don't get me wrong. I like to see it. You know what I'm saying, what's going on out there. But for the most part, I like this. I'm ready for the foot real season.
Okay. Mika, let me go a different way with you. Do
All right.
you go to the spring game or anything? Do you partake in that?
I actually have never been. I've always said I was gonna go, but either something comes up or something. I'm very funny about weather. Like if it's cold, don't look for me. I'm not, especially not no spring game. I'm
Yeah.
not going for.
Uh-huh.
Um, but yeah, so I'm like Bump though. I think it's cool, but technically it's still basketball season, so that's my
Yeah.
focus.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
Right.
to me, I think that's the difference. I mean, in the past 4 years, you probably had a lot more people really paying attention to it more than they have. You always
because
have
we
your
did have
football.
a basketball team, right?
Right.
Right.
You do
Right.
Right.
have your
Right. Right.
football.
Right.
You do
Yeah.
have your football
Yeah.
connoisseurs that no matter what they gonna do it, and they go out to the practices,
Yeah.
take notes, all this kind of stuff. But I think one of the problem is, and Bump kind of hit on it, is that with transfer portal, you have so many kids that are still coming and going. Kids
Right.
get mad because they thought that they're going to be able to play some. They get in that spring game or spring football practice. They still on the bench. So it's a lot of turnover. I mean, to me, it's just an event I go. I think I've been the past probably 5 out of 6 type stuff like that, and it's cool. But it's just like an event, because I don't get into
Something
a
to
lot of the
do.
stuff. It's a
Something to do.
spring practice,
Hmm.
spring game is a glorified practice.
Right.
Right.
A lot of hitting stuff ain't going on, that kind of stuff like that, because you don't want to get people hurt. But the big thing is kind of like what Mika J said. Basketball is rolling, so you probably
Yeah.
should have put that spring stuff to April.
I know, right?
To be honest,
Yeah. Yeah.
to be honest,
Yeah.
you probably should have did that. I'm just
To
saying.
be honest.
Yeah.
And don't let's not forget, technically it's baseball season
Oh
and
yeah.
baseball team is looking
Yeah.
really good.
Taking
So,
off.
a lot of people are focused on other sports right now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And the crazy thing is that thank you, McDonald, for finally embracing the transfer portal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
We're
you.
back. We
Makes a
look like we
difference.
might be back.
Makes a difference. Hey, either you need to do it or bye bye. I
Yeah.
mean, it is what it is. But
Yeah.
you're absolutely right. It makes a difference. All right, let's get it. Let's go. What we got here? Louisville played. Actually, they played Clemson. I mean, they played Clemson, and they're playing Notre Dame to end the season. Um, woo wee, bounce back time. Is needed, especially after that North Carolina tough loss. That
Right.
yeah, I'm still kind of messed up because we led pretty much the whole game and let that
Right.
one go. But you need this one because you still fighting for that double bye, double bye, big time. And to be honest, normally I would go ahead and say, well, they need to get in there and play. Give them the double bye so it looks good on their NCAA resume because I'm kind of
Hmm.
scared if they get that single bye that they probably can come up out of there quickly. So
True.
I'd rather you with the
Yeah.
quarterfinals where it
Yeah.
looks good. Your final eight, it is what it
Yeah.
is, and we know that Jeff can and coach his butt off because that game at South Bend is not going to be
No, at
Easy.
easy
all.
at
At all.
all. So my thing is, please let's get
Uh,
that split. Let's get that 1-1 and keep it
Right.
right.
moving and get that back because these other teams still have to play each other. But overall, what's your take on the season, Mika J? What's your take on the Louisville women's basketball
Um,
season, regular
I,
season?
I think that the women have improved incredibly. I mean, because you
Yeah.
can remember our first few shows, we were just like, "Whoa, like who are we?" And with
Hmm.
them, like you said, they really should have beat North Carolina. That was gonna be because they were ranked, right? North
Yes,
Carolina
Yeah.
was
Like
also
knife. Yeah.
yeah, so that but the fact that they still played and they played them tough.
tough.
Like we only lost by what 2 points. So
Yeah.
I just think that they're turning it on when they need to turn it on. I think Jeff
Yeah.
has them where we want them to be. We were don't forget we were worried that we might not even make the tournament. So the
Right.
fact that
Big
they
wins.
cracked the top 25, so yeah, I'm fairly pleased. They're clicking at the right time.
And it amazing when they love your conference or believe in your conference because
Yes.
Louisville split. Big win at Duke.
Yep.
Lost to even though
Yeah.
they was ranked number 9, they lost to
Yep.
them and they still made it into it, which is great. And also ESPN probably wants to see that number 2 Notre Dame against a number 25 Louisville or whatever they are.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It makes a
Right.
difference. Bump,
And
what's your
it's
thought?
college
Go
game
ahead.
day, right? It's
Oh
college
yeah,
game day. Yeah.
looks better
Yeah.
when you got that 25 back.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
What you
Exactly.
thinking, Bump?
Hey, great season. Like Mika said, we progressed over the year, and that's all you want to see, man. Is progression. In the beginning of the year, we was with those freshmen, and then the girls are playing tremendously better. And I couldn't be more happier with them, man, because the season started off slow, like Mika said, and they
Hmm.
got the ball rolling finally. So,
Yeah.
typical Jeff Walls type coaching, strategy is get them playing better, the best they can at the end of the year. So, you know, I think we got to be happy with it right now, considering we got a team full of freshmen. So I'm happy with it.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I agree with both you guys. It's just that I'm still my whole thing is and I've been on that ass the whole time that senior leadership.
Hmm.
Unless we
Yeah.
have that, then there's going to be a quick exit, big time. And it's funny because normally you want to talk about the freshmen and everybody else buying in and things like it. We're talking about people who's been there for 5 to 4 years. It's time. It's
Right.
time. Postseason's here. You
Yeah.
know what it's about.
Yeah.
Most of you ladies have been there when we done had deep runs, so you understand the
Yeah.
culture. You understand Jeff Walls.
Yeah.
We shouldn't even see all this. I can understand getting upset and mad, whatever like that, but you
Yeah.
know his principles. You know what needs to be done. So this team is only going to go as far as I think it's 5 of them. You know what I'm saying? The upperclassmen,
Yes. It's 5.
right? So it's going to be them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We the talent is there. We know the young talent and everything, but first time you're leading them to water. So we're going to go as far as Olivia and Nyla and Jada, and thank God
Right.
Carrie. And let's be honest, let's throw her flowers
She's
because
balling.
Carrie
She's
balled in
She's
balling.
the month of
balling.
February. If she didn't turn it
Yes.
up on the month of February, we would be in shit creek.
Yeah.
So hats off to
Yeah.
her, big time. Love
Yeah.
that, man. Woo! Goodness gracious. Thank you, Miss Carrie. Yes, sir.
Miss Carrie,
Miss
baby.
Carrie. Carrie. Yes, sir. Let's get it.
Mhm.
All right. All right. Woo. Yeah, we jumping into it. Louisville 71, Virginia Tech
Mhm.
66. This game right here started out like Game Buster.
Yeah.
Game Buster. Hey, I'm texting. Hey, like Mika J. Hey, put that foot on that
Put
neck.
it
Let's get
neck.
Yeah.
that
Put
foot
that
on the
foot in.
neck.
Yeah.
And boy, did we get swindled, didn't we? But I
Yeah.
will say this, um, and we're gonna dive into a lot but more, but happy that they withstood whatever they was going through to
Yes.
get out there.
Yeah.
One of the best things that Bob Vivano said is that 8 times Virginia Tech had an opportunity to tie or take the lead,
Never
and it
Yep.
could.
never did.
Never could.
Never
Never
did. So
did.
Louisville's
Never
defense
did.
did just enough and hold him. And then Louisville, Mr. Edwards hit some huge shots at the end of the game. We had a lot
Yep.
of stuff that was going on that looked kind of out of sync, out of sort. And like I said, we'll bounce on that. But Mika J, what was your thoughts on this victory?
I'm just glad that we got the victory. Like
Yeah.
Virginia Tech, their fans were very much into that game, and it was they wanted that because who doesn't want to beat a top 25 team? So
Right.
Feels good to say,
I
don't it?
was. What'd you
Yeah.
say?
Top
It
25.
feels good to say, don't it? Top
It definitely
25
feels
team.
good, right?
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
When was the last time we said that? No,
Right.
but yeah. So to go in there and still get the win, even though you said we played very sloppy ball, like we did not look like our normal. You know what I'm saying? Like
No.
we looked the whole season.
Right.
I
Right.
Chucky had 16 turnovers. That's not
Yeah.
even. That's
Not
not
16,
him.
6, wasn't it? It was 6, wasn't it? Was
No.
it 6 turnovers?
It was wait a minute. Don't stop. It was 6, but I like the 16 because it felt like 16.
It felt like Chucky
Right.
turned the ball over way more than six
Right.
times. I was just like, I
Right.
said, oh, this boy got him rattled. He shook. I text y'all that. He
Ooh
shook.
Yeah.
wee.
Yeah. Yeah.
So just the fact that we wasn't playing our ball, like,
Right.
and to still get out of there with a win,
True.
I take it.
True.
Yeah.
Bump City.
Hey, the good thing about this game is at the end of the year, all you're gonna see is a W in the column.
True.
Yes.
We won't remember how ugly it looked. It's just gonna be a win, like Amika said. We got the win and came
Yep.
out of her in a
True.
game that was it was an ugly game. We couldn't shoot the ball in the ocean.
No.
We couldn't throw the ball in the ocean. So to go down there and in years past we would have lost this game, given up
Yes.
once they came back and tied. So it showed growth and you know what I'm saying. It shows grit that we could go down there and play an ugly game like we did and still come out with the W.
Yeah.
So you got to be happy with the outcome, not so much with the game, but anytime you go on the road and get a gritty win,
Yes.
and hopefully you can learn something from it. Hopefully you can learn something from it, and in tight games like that, you pull it out when you know you can. And that's senior. That's you know what I'm saying. That's us older guys playing and digging in,
As the older
and not
guys.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying.
grown
Not, yeah,
man.
and not giving up,
Yep.
not giving up,
Yep.
and digging in and going for the win, man. So yeah, just a W in the column. That's how I see it. A W in the column. I'm not gonna dwell on how ugly we looked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying. What we didn't do, we went down there, got the W, and you
Right.
know what I'm saying. I'm happy with that.
Well, one amazing stat that we haven't really seen a lot. We
Hmm.
may have been outscored by the other team's bench, our bench, but they scored 42 points off the bench. They only scored
Wow.
66 points. Our bench had 10 points. Sometimes we're not getting a big thing, but we get enough. Mr. Waterman had a sighting, had 5 points and 4 rebounds. Kadara had 5 points and what assists, 3 rebounds. But like you said, this is just a win's a win. We'll take it. Uh, especially being ranked, we didn't want to go down there and lose, and then all of a sudden,
Right.
Right,
number 75. You know what I'm saying? We fall,
right,
they're gonna drop us big time. So
yeah,
very
Yeah.
impressed with that. It just looked a certain way that we wasn't used to, just like Mika said.
mm,
So
Yeah.
that was something. You know, and y'all know me. Y'all know. I'm a stickler
yeah,
on this. I see some people getting into that. I don't know. Maybe because of the way they was playing, but I'm okay. Okay, Abubakar had 11 minutes. Roof's 8. Waterman 14. Waterman must be the best practice player on the face of this earth.
Has to be.
Big time.
Has to.
And I give him kudos though. I give him credit. You know, he only shot it 3 times. He was 2 for 3, 1 for 2 3-pointers. So only 2 3-point attempts, 4 rebounds, 5. I can live with that. I can live with that. It's just that to me, I don't know about the 14 minutes. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what's just driving me. That because our starting five is what it is. You know, he
Yeah.
Yeah.
this is what he wants. So it's up to him what he's bringing in. And this is not so much a take for Frank the Tank, because to me, I think he should have played in other games when you had big physical people. They really didn't
Yeah.
have no big physical people. So really, Canal Roos probably should have got a little bit more love, a little bit more run to
Yeah.
me. The dude is doing a hell of a job. It's just sometimes it just makes you think. And like I said, we're not at practice, but Wadman must either be the best practice player on the fucking face of this earth. I don't know.
Yeah.
But if you
Yeah.
give me that, I can take that. But I don't know how much he can hold off from only shoot. When's the last time he's played 14 minutes or 10 minutes above and only shot 3 times? That's kind of oddity. So maybe he's getting to him. Maybe the conversation
Maybe.
with the coaches,
Maybe.
this is what your role needs
Yeah.
to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
I get
Yeah.
that,
Maybe.
and I love that. But what's your
Yeah.
thoughts on this rotation, man? But how you feel about the
I
rotation?
mean, you pretty much said it. I believe Root should be getting those minutes. He's a freshman. I mean, he was coming along strong at one point in the season. Let's go ahead and get him lathered up, for the
Yeah.
tail end of the season, and for next year, he's gonna be here. Waterman,
Yes.
he is what he is at this point.
Right.
So go ahead and sit him down and get Roof and Traore those minutes.
Yeah.
Between those two guys. I mean, it's the shooting is not as what I'm saying, but Waterman hasn't been shooting the ball worth nothing. So
True.
you're not missing nothing in shooting. So go ahead
Right.
and give those other guys those minutes. That's gonna play hard, rebound. Traore, he's capable of breaking
Yeah.
out on a 15-point game for you. He's
Yes.
proven it before. So
Yes.
that's
Yep.
my thought on it, man. Go ahead and give those minutes to those two guys.
Like that. Yeah. Mika J, what you thinking?
I agree with you guys. I mean, I voiced my concern about Waterman plenty of times. So,
What is that?
you know what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing else for me to add to that. But yeah, I agree with you guys. I do think that Kanai deserves more of those minutes than
Yes.
what he's getting. Yeah,
Yeah.
since Waterman's return. Yeah,
Yeah. And I love it because because when you can just see Kanai is just he's so athletic. He's a
yes,
mismatch. He's a mismatch problem. He can take a
yeah,
big to the hole. He can post up. He can
Yeah.
dunk on you. You know,
yeah.
he's getting more confidence in the 3-pointer. Why not? And then, like you said,
Yeah, he don't have a bad shot. He doesn't have
no,
a
he
bad
doesn't.
shot.
No,
No,
he
he doesn't.
doesn't.
Not at all.
Now,
Mm-mm.
shot looks good when he
Mm-mm.
shoots.
And he will dunk on you, just like a Bubakar.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Get them
yeah,
two right
yeah,
there.
yeah,
If
yeah,
you have to go to a 7-man rotation, you go to a 7-man rotation. That
yeah.
won't be
yeah,
you will see more 7 to 6-man rotation in the NCAA tournament than ever.
yeah,
Those are
Right.
yeah.
people are trying to win. They ain't got time for bonehead plays.
True.
They
True.
gonna
No.
go with the people they
Yeah.
know
Put your
they can
best
play.
put your best foot forward. Put your
Yes,
best
Put your
out
best
there.
foot forward.
yes,
Yep.
yes, yeah, big time, big time. We kind of hit it to everybody about the game. The Cardinals didn't look the same. So I don't know, brother Bump. We talked about a little bit. So basically, did the Cards play down the competition, or you know, we don't know. You had rain that you had to isolate the week before. And if anybody ever had a flu, you just don't get.
Yeah,
Everybody
Yeah.
pretty much looked winded.
Yeah.
I mean, even
Yeah.
Chucky looked like he was
yeah,
sucking air and doing stuff that he normally doesn't do. Terrence Edward looked disinterested at times. He wasn't aggressive like he has been on that hot streak that he's been. Thank
right.
God James Scott did what he had to do. James looked good out there
Right.
doing what
Yeah,
he, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hadley did
Yeah.
his thing, but it just went rain. I mean, goodness gracious, baby, it's kind of sleeting. It's kind of cold, man.
yeah.
It's snowing. It ain't raining.
Yeah.
We got to get that back. So I don't know. I don't know. Well, let me go with you, Mika. What do you think? Do they play down the competition or this past game, or do you just think it's flu fatigue or something else? I don't know.
We're gonna give Rain the flu fatigue, but
Okay.
nobody else. Like
Mhm.
I just think that I think they thought that Virginia Tech wasn't as well played as they were, and
Okay.
Virginia Tech gave them everything that they was looking for. I think a lot of times because of records, we kind of downplay people, but
Mm-hmm.
Virginia, like you said, they had 42 points off the bench. That's
Whew,
crazy.
that
So
is
they came in with
Yeah.
a game plan, they executed that well.
right.
They was ready to play, and
Yeah.
we kind of look down on them and just kind of look past them.
I like that because that's what I thought too. Like you look at them, like
Mm-hmm.
you looked at their record, they're not that good and
Yep.
all this kind of stuff. Coach, former player plays on there, so we know what he does, and he still was getting off on you.
Yeah.
Right.
Bump, what's your thoughts?
I mean, it could be a combination of both of them.
Okay,
I mean, I don't think we could have took them lightly, being that what I'm saying, that Virginia Tech and they're having a terrible season this year, and then remnants of having the flu.
right,
If you
okay,
don't take a team serious from the onslaught and you come in half fatigued, like you said, from coming in from with the flu or whatnot, getting over it, both of those are going to play a part. So there's probably a combination of both of them to where we look
Yeah.
down on the competition, and when you're not playing your best anyway and you sick, it's going to look like it.
right,
And that's what it looked like out there, man. It looked like we just didn't come to play, like we was dragging from being sick, or whatnot. And so it resulted in an ugly game. So fortunately, we came out of it and
right,
hopefully learned a valuable lesson from that.
yeah.
So I guess
What you
I'm
thinking, Mika?
confused
What you
because I
thinking?
thought that only Rain had the flu.
No, no. Other people was touched by it too. He must just had it
Yeah,
real bad. He must have bad symptoms.
yeah,
He probably started it or something because other people they said it was also down.
Okay, but Corey said that the press
yeah,
conference that PK said it was only coaches who had also had the bout. Not I don't think it was any other players
Hmm.
that had the flu but Rain.
hmm.
Yeah. Well,
But you could tell by range shots because most of them was hitting the front of the rim, which usually is an
Yes.
indicator
he ain't got no
of weak
legs.
legs. You know
He
what I'm
ain't got no
saying? He
legs.
didn't have
Yeah.
no
He ain't got no
legs.
legs. Yeah.
Well,
So
I
when
mean,
you
But
don't
and
get
you
no
know
lift on
that
your shot,
it causes fatigue. So,
yeah.
he was probably winded
yeah,
and everything.
And,
Yeah.
yeah,
and to me, even if you have a press conference and he said it, you don't know when these other guys has been around him. Because like I said,
right.
True.
Chucky looked tired. Like
Yeah.
he
He
ain't
did.
looked that tired. He looked
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
tired, and it's like, well, what's going on? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it
And
was
then, and
something
then it
else.
could be, the season's catching up with him. He's gonna play major minutes this year, y'all.
He really
Chucky
The
has.
whole
has.
He's playing.
team,
Yes.
He
the whole starters
Agree.
Yeah, the
has.
whole team,
Agree. The whole
has. So it
season.
could be a
Yeah.
fatigue, and just ready to get to these tournaments, and what I'm saying, get to the real meaning of the games.
Yeah, especially when you
Yeah.
jumped out on them so tough. You
That
Yeah.
jumped out
part.
on them so tough,
Yes.
and then it's like, we're done. Like, oh no,
But
Yeah.
think about this, guys. When you got the most injuries beginning of the game, because we was turning them over
yeah,
left and
Yeah.
right beginning of the game.
right,
Yeah.
And
yeah,
once the game settled in, and what I'm saying, got within the game,
yeah,
Yeah.
our energy died down. So that could play a major part of it. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Is
Yeah.
fatigue.
And
Yeah.
let's just be real. A road win. We haven't beaten them in 4 times. This
Yeah,
we broke that
yeah,
4 game winning streak that Virginia Tech had on us. That
yeah.
don't even sound right. And hats off to
No,
Louisville basketball because they have finished the season 9-1 on the road.
Yes.
wow. Yeah, that says a lot. And
Hell
the
yeah.
one
Yeah.
game we should have won, Georgia
Jo-
Tech. You
Keep
know,
winning, Georgia
Oh,
Tech. Keep
right.
winning. Just
Right.
keep winning,
yeah,
sir. Keep winning.
yeah,
That's all I gotta say. Cause
yeah,
that we thought it was going to be part two.
Yeah.
Here we
yeah,
go
Yeah.
again. But
Yeah.
hey, we got it. Let's go. Let's have some energy for our next game, and we'll talk about that towards the end
Yeah.
of that. Ooh, all right. For all the people out there, Greg Manor or Dwayne Morton. These guys was actually teammates, and really,
yeah.
they was on a team with Wheat, Osborne, and Cliff Rozier.
Okay.
Great team. One of the best
Ooh.
starting fives ever
I
for
I I, th-
Louisville.
I think if that bench was a little more seasoned, because they had talent on the bench,
Yeah,
but if that bench
right.
was a little bit more seasoned, yeah, this would have been probably a Final Four team, easy, big time.
Yeah,
Greg Manor, you're talking about a 6'5", 6'6" shooting guard. Dwayne Morton, 6'6", small forward. This interchangeable parts.
Slasher.
This was what
Yeah.
like Denny Crum had when he had in the early '80s. The guys, everybody can just switch, just switch guard anybody. Period. Big time. But you know how we do. Somebody got to go. You like one and you don't like the other. What you got?
Right.
You want me to go with bump, Mika? Or you want to go? What we got? You want me to do a bump or what? You tell me.
No, you must not have paid attention to our
No.
text.
That's what I'm saying. So I thought
Yeah.
you might have looked at a little YouTube a little later on or whatever. I was kind of busy working today, but all right, bump. Let's go. Let's go, bump. Let's go,
hey,
bump city.
hey, two great players, affectionately known to Cardinal fans as the Eminem boys. They used to be called the Eminem brothers, Minor and Morton. But both of them great in their own right. But if I'm gonna go strictly U of L, I'm gonna go Dwayne Morton. I believe he was the better college player at the time. He was a slasher. He could shoot. He could rebound. He was fast. He ran the court like a deer.
Yeah.
So now Minor, he had a better pro career. I think he lasted in pros maybe 12 years. Played with Boston. I forgot who else he played with, but
Yeah.
he had a long-standing career in the NBA. But as far as college careers, I'm gonna go with Morton.
I'm gonna go with you know what, Morton homeboy, hometown, central, all that
Hmm.
kind of stuff. But I'm gonna go with Manor. I think that senior, if you
Okay.
look at it, Manor was just up there with numbers and everything, and you see him being polished. He wasn't polished coming out of Georgia. Denny Crum went ahead and did
Right.
what he had to do with him, and he actually helped mold him to what he needs to be as far as with the NBA. Dwayne,
Right.
everybody knows the city. Dude was athletic, freaky. He worked on his shot
Yeah.
too. His shot wasn't all that. You know what I'm saying? He
No.
worked on it.
No.
He was a
Coming in.
slasher. He went through some adversity. We had a reporter that was trying to get him, suspended and not able to play for, at Louisville, Pet
Wow.
40,
Right.
Pet 40,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff like that. But
Right.
you couldn't go wrong, but it's two different positions. I think Greg, he's a great play defense too. Both of them did what they needed to do, but there's something about that 6'6", and Greg was also athletic. And I mean that team, man, you remember because they was one of the first teams to wear that black uniforms.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Went down to Atlanta and got busted, and Denny Crum was like, "We ain't wearing that no more."
Right. Right. Who put us out that year? Was it
uh,
Indian?
nah, was it Arizona? It was somebody. It was a big school. It was a big school. It could have been Indiana. I know. I want to say Arizona, but it was
No,
somebody,
Indiana.
man.
Indiana.
You think it was
Indiana was
Indiana?
90. No, Indiana was 93.
I'm thinking it was
Indiana
Arizona.
put us out 93 with Cabot Cheney.
Yeah. Oh,
So
Wow.
94, I believe it
Dennis
was
Dirty.
Arizona with Damon
Woo!
Stoudemire
And
and
all them guys. Yeah,
yeah,
it was Arizona. But that
Arizona.
but that damn Calvert Cheney, everybody
Yeah,
wanted him as far as
yeah,
we can slow him down, we can guard him. Man, he torched Louisville.
yeah, he did.
Him and Henderson and stuff. Come on,
Yeah,
man. Yeah, yeah.
Indiana had a great squad that year.
Yeah, man, you right. Cause I never seen somebody operate so smooth. Cause when you watch other teams, you like, yeah, and then all of a sudden your boys got to play them.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, that's
He put on the show against us.
yeah. But you can't go wrong with either one. Corey didn't have
No,
anything. Corey didn't look up anything like that? Or
Corey didn't even know them.
okay.
yeah, that was before his time. That was way before Corey's
Wait,
time.
Corey
Well,
wasn't
I
even
thought
born then.
no, I'm saying I thought Corey might have
No,
YouTube because everything's on YouTube
Nah,
now. I thought he might have
right.
YouTube and all that kind of stuff like that. All
no.
right, so we'll make sure we get 2000 ish up on the next.
Yeah,
We'll do that. We'll make sure we'll do that. That's okay. No, that's cool.
because
Hey guys,
Meek was still in high
sorry.
school when those guys came.
Yeah. All right, ACC tournament. We talked about this a little bit. Should it be moved to another state at least every other year? The diehard ACC. We're talking about. We know what it's made of. Tobacco Road, all that kind of stuff. Most of the teams when it first started was in North Carolina, so they pretty much happy it's in North Carolina. But as you grow with these other schools and things like that, Why not? Last year it was in. I think it was what Washington last year. It was in a different state last year. I think it was Washington D.C. So, which we didn't. We I don't think we saw it anyway. But anyway, so that's why it looked like it's been in North Carolina every year.
Right, right.
But it hasn't. So the thing about it is, the next thing is like 4 years is like in Charlotte, and then go Charlotte for two, and then Greensboro. So it's still in North Carolina.
Greensboro, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, Mika, what's your thoughts on giving other people a chance? And really, hell, why not in Miami or New York? Everybody else,
Yeah.
you got many conferences that don't have schools in certain states, and they
Right.
go and play. So,
Right.
what's your
Yeah.
thought?
I think so. I think that you should, allow other, I mean, if nothing else for the revenue, like just allow other
Yeah.
states to get those schools to get that revenue.
Right.
Sometimes these things, now I can see the Big East because Madison Square Gardens, like
Mm-hmm.
that. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a
Yeah,
The
mecca.
yeah,
You
that
know
Mecca,
what I'm
makes
the
saying?
sense.
Mecca, the
But
Mecca.
Right.
yeah, anywhere else, like you got to move it around a little bit.
I like that.
I
I
mean,
like
I'm
that.
sure the SEC gets tired of playing in Nashville, but I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true. That's true. Bump.
Hey, not only does it create an unfair advantage, man, it's just asinine, especially when you got teams in the conference from California that got to travel
Yeah,
all the way to the East Coast. Stanford
yeah,
and California
yeah,
has to travel all the way across country. Why not put it in cities that's universal, that give every city a chance
yeah.
every so
I
many years.
agree.
I can see it's in North Carolina. I understand they've been an intricate part of the ACC for years,
Mm-hmm.
and so their blood woven in from the history of the ACC.
Right.
Right. Right.
But give other schools a chance, because your dynamics changes. It's not on the Atlantic coast any longer. You know what I'm saying? It
That
extends
part.
farther than Atlantic
Yeah,
coast.
True.
yeah,
We got West Coast schools, Midwest schools,
Oh yeah, you got everything.
and all that. So
South,
right,
South.
South
yeah,
is exactly.
yeah,
So why not
yeah,
change the dynamic and freshen it up a little bit?
Yeah.
yeah,
You guys totally agree with you. But when you look at it, as I'm looking at the standing, so let's be real. SMU, that's Dallas. Go play at the
Right,
pay at the
Texas.
Mavericks. Pay at the Mavericks. Whatever you gotta do something
Right,
like that, right? And then when you go down, you get the West Coast. You can do like you said, whatever you want to do go with the Lakers, whatever you gotta do. Georgia Tech, Atlanta. Go play there.
yeah,
Let's go play with the Hawks
yep,
yeah,
play. The Benz,
yep.
whatever you gotta do.
right.
Something like Florida State and Miami. Go down there, play where the
Florida,
Miami
yeah,
Heat plays. You know what?
Play at the
right,
It's
arena.
plenty.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. You got many opportunities. Syracuse is
Yeah,
in New York. Do
yeah,
it different days than freaking the Madison Square Garden. Whatever you have to
right,
do to make it happen, you should. Boston College, go play at Boston at the
yeah,
right.
Garden. At the Garden,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
plenty
yeah.
NBA teams, bro. Like you can make
Yes,
it happen if you wanted to.
you can make it
And,
happen.
and so much New York. You got Carrier Dome. Yes, that holds how many?
Yeah, but we don't
It's a
want it.
dome
We,
for
we
God.
don't want it at your actual
Okay, right,
place.
right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
Like,
right,
they don't
right,
do that. So, like I said, just go
right.
ahead and even if you don't go to Madison, you can go to where the Brooklyn plays.
Yeah, the
Yes, that's what
next.
I was
Yeah.
thinking.
Next, yeah, yeah.
Yep,
So
Hmm.
yep,
why not? You don't have to. Come on, man. Y'all know what that's about. They
yep.
want Duke, Wake Forest, NC
Yeah.
State, whoever else is on there, North Carolina State
Yeah.
to
The
win the Bad
traditional,
Race.
the traditional ACC
Yeah,
schools.
The
yeah, to win
traditional
that.
ACC. Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah, that sucks. That truly sucks. But that's how it goes. Because they know their fans are gonna sell it out regardless. They don't care.
Regardless.
Yeah, they don't
yeah,
care. They don't care if
yeah.
two people
Right.
from California comes. I mean,
Exactly.
they
And that's about how many will come too.
don't care. They don't care. Like whatever.
The parents will come.
The
Parents will
parents.
come.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Use that NIL money.
That's
Do what
that's
you
my baby. That's my baby
Cause
out there. I'm
that's
gonna
a hell
support.
that's
I'm
a that's a hell
Hercules,
of a ticket.
Hercules.
That's a hell of a
Yeah,
ticket.
Hercules.
That flight is a hell of a cost. So yeah, yeah. Use that NIL
Hell
money.
yeah. Yeah.
Do what you gotta
Mhm.
Right.
do. Yeah. How many ACC
Yep.
teams going dancing? Mika J, what you think? What's the number for you? What are you thinking?
My number's 3. My number is
Yeah.
3, and that is us, the top 3 teams: Duke, Clemson, and Louisville. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they're gonna try to push a fourth one,
Hmm.
but I don't think so. I think it's gonna be us 3.
You know,
Well, I take that
go ahead.
back.
Go
If
ahead.
a fourth one was to win the ACC tournament, then
Oh,
they
yeah.
would have to take 4 of us.
That's
Yep.
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
me that'd be the only way. But I'm gonna say this:
Yep.
Wake Forest. If I'm a Wake Forest fan, I would probably take all my stuff and burn it. They done had back-to-back losses to some horrible teams that they should have
Mm.
Yeah.
won because that's the team that they've been wanting to upper as that number 4, but they done had
Yeah.
back-to-back
Yep.
losses, bad losses. You know, they lost the other night and lost this weekend, and so now they're like the 5th-ranked team in there, and SMU is there, and SMU just does not. So I'm with Mika J. I think it's going to be 3 unless another team win it because they
Unless one wins it out.
unless the wins. It has to be another NC
Yeah.
State type thing, big time. Bump what you
Yep.
got.
Yeah.
Yep.
3. It's 3.
Hmm.
Bottom line 3. Us, Duke, and Clemson.
That's embarrassing.
It is. It is.
That's embarrassing. What is it?
Hey, but you know
Let's see.
what? We should be able to get a pass. Not so much as teams getting in, but just as far as us having a damn conference this year because ACC is traditionally the best conference in the nation. So I'm not going to
Right.
apologize for having a down year. You know,
18
Yeah.
teams. Eight.
the SEC's been terrible for years, and nobody says shit.
Mhm.
So we allowed one year to be bad.
True. But I will say this: they have been bad for years, but they would normally get about 4 to 5 teams in there. Even though they're
Yeah,
bad, I would say this:
Yeah.
even though they're bad, but we have 18 teams and only 3 teams. Yeah, that's
yeah,
and really when you look at it like this, SMU came from another conference. And for them to
True.
come
right,
in there to many
True.
people thought was the best, historic conference and stuff, and get 12 wins. And the problem is when they play the big boys, they get blown out. But they win all this other
right,
stuff. So that
Yeah.
yeah, I'm with
yeah.
you. 3 unless someone like Mika J
Yep.
said, unless somebody wins the tournament. And I don't know. You know they're praying for North Carolina. You know they
Oh
are
yeah,
praying
Yep.
yeah,
for North
For
Carolina.
sure. Yep.
Praying.
Yep.
They sitting there and left. How the hell they 11-6 they damn self. Lord Jesus, yeah, man. Please don't let that happen. I'm sorry, you North Carolina fans. Some of you guys are kin to me. Please don't let that happen. All right, if you could add one thing to the University of Louisville, what would it be? It could be a player. It could be whatever. To help them, let's say win the ship, do what we gotta do. What would it be? Bump. What do you think? If you could add one thing.
it would be a down low true post presence
Mhm.
that can give us points on the inside and consistent rebounding. So if we had like a true center, our power forward that could
Mhm.
play that dirty grunt work and get us 12 to 16 points
Mhm.
and 8 rebounds a game, that might push us over the top, I think.
Like it. Mika J.
I thought that at first too, but then I thought,
Hmm.
and I was like, I want to say that if I could add anything to this team, it would be a backup point guard. I think that
Woo!
we are
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
need
I
that
thought about
when
that,
the
Meek. That's a
tournament
good point.
comes.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Hmm.
Ooh, I love that. I love that because
Yep.
you ain't gonna be able to get away with Terrence running that point. Chucky is gonna be so worn out. So
Yeah.
worn
Exhausted.
out. Yeah,
Especially if you run into the right coach and right team.
yeah, because they're gonna press that
Oh
ass.
yeah.
They're gonna press that
Oh
Yeah,
ass.
yeah.
yeah,
They're gonna, and you have to. I
yeah,
Yep.
mean, why wouldn't you? I mean, hell, you can even look, even if how we talked about, it may be fatigue or whatever. They ain't looking at that. They're like, oh, dude, done hit the wall. Let's go get him. 6
yeah.
turnovers. Let's go get him. I love that.
Yep.
I love that. To me, bump. I love that post up. But to me, with this offense, I think he can get away, but maybe in the future he probably will add that, But I think he likes everybody to be able to shoot threes, go in there, duck in, come on out, all that kind of stuff. So I thought another shooter, a real shooter,
I thought that
Pure
too, Wolf.
shooter.
pure
Yeah.
shooter.
I
We need
Yeah.
another person
thought that
besides
too. Yeah, pure shit.
besides
Yeah,
Rain to be able to knock
Yeah.
down some jumpers, because everybody
Yeah.
else is scores. They can get
right.
there, they get hot, they
Yeah.
streaky shooters, that kind of stuff like that. But to me, I think if we had another one, then that offense would really open up and the floor would spread. But yeah, I mean, because I mean, we Rain shoot 1 for 9 in the tournament game, we may be going home.
Yeah, it's a
Oh
wrap. It might be a
yeah.
wrap.
Yeah.
We may be
I
going home.
agree. Yeah. Yes. I
And it could
agree.
be early. You know what I'm saying? So whatever he needs to
Right,
do, hell, I mean, you might want to sit his ass down if he's tired. Don't even play him in his next 3 games. Whatever you need to do,
right.
No. Yeah.
cut his minutes, get Kanai and all them.
Yeah,
And I know people are like, well, he's the guard. No, well, turns his guard, check his guard. Do what you got to
Yeah.
do. Now you got to really lean on these guys to make sure that, because we get ready to go to the ACC tournament. Right, thank God we getting this double bye,
yeah,
so we're good with that.
Yes.
So you ain't got to play
Yes.
1,000 games, but then all the other
Yeah.
kind of stuff. So, yeah, yeah, whew, Lord Jesus,
Yeah.
something else. All right, Saturday game, we got Pittsburgh uh, at Louisville, 19th ranked Louisville, Saturday at 6 p.m. Not 7, not 8,
yeah.
6 p.m. This game is actually on ESPN too. Is this is the wait a minute? Let me ask you guys this: was that Kentucky and Louisville game on CBS when we played them on ESPN?
I
I
think it was
believe it's
ESPN
ESPN.
this year.
So this
It
is
was
probably
I
ESPN.
believe
so
ESPN.
this is probably the first time in a long time, thanks to KP, that we have not been on CBS the whole damn year.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah, that's
wow.
yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you. You win again, sir. You are the winner.
Right.
You are the best ever. All
Mm,
right, so
yeah.
Pitt Pitt, Pitt is 16 yeah, okay. Pitt is 16-12, 7-10 in the conference. At one time, they was up at the top with everybody else
Yeah,
fighting and
that was
clawing.
formidable. Very.
Yeah, and of course, like I said, Louisville's 22-6, 15-2 in the conference. And if you think that Pitt is not going to be clawing and fighting in this game, you
Oh
are
yeah.
mistaken.
Yep.
Because
Mistaken.
not only are they trying to do what they ever need to do, because they're gonna have to win the tournament. Let's be honest. Let's just do this. But get that
Yeah.
notch. You beat Louisville. You maybe don't need the whole tournament. Maybe you need to get to the semifinals or the finals or something like that,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and Mr. Cable is probably fighting for his job again. Let's be
Yeah.
real. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Um, Mika, what's your thoughts on this game? And then after you do that, go on and hit us with that lovely score.
Oh gosh. I don't think it's gonna be an easy game. I do think it's gonna be another grind it out. I will be surprised. We might be on all cylinders Saturday. I don't know. I just don't think that Pitt is going to give us that easy win. You know what I'm saying? Where
True.
we think that us is a 20 point, we're going to beat them by the dub. I don't think that's going to happen. So I'm going to say, what was our score the other day?
We
Did we
won
70
71 to 60. Wait a minute,
to
71 to
66?
66.
Okay, I'm gonna say maybe 75 because we're at home. I'm gonna say 75, and I'm gonna say maybe 65. Maybe 65. 75, 65 us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bump, what you got?
Uh, I like to see us come out and handle business in front of the home crowd. Should be a nice crowd coming in.
Yeah.
So I think we're at the team that's experienced. You know what I'm saying, the veteran leadership team. So I think we should come out and do what we're supposed to do. We done had two bad games. I'm not bad games, but two games where we struggled, didn't look like the typical Cardinals that have we've been seeing the whole season. So
Right.
I'm
And
gonna
you
go
won.
77 to and we won exactly. So hopefully we learn from that. Come out in front of the crowd, fired up, get that energy from the crowd. So I'm gonna say 80 to 72.
That's closer than what
80
Mika.
to
Okay.
72.
That's,
Yeah, yeah. I think
yeah,
it's gonna be a dog fight.
yeah.
They always play us tough.
Yeah. Yeah.
This one, I know Pitt has some guys that I think are injured who, unless they come back and they haven't played a couple of games, and I think one guy may be done. The dude with the beard, I forgot his name, who transferred in, who was
Mhm.
giving us buckets. He's not going to play as a guard. Um, I think you know, getting back on track. And it's funny because you win, and how can you get back on? Well, you can. It can look smooth. You can execute better. Not the sloppy
Hmm.
turnovers, all that kind of stuff. So fine tuning things should be the message in practice. Let's get back to what we do, the fundamentals, play our style,
Right.
do what we got to do. With that being said,
Mhm.
you still playing for that 2 seed. You want the 2 seed. You
Right.
Yeah.
keep it a buck. Get that 2 seed, which is good. 2 or 3. You don't have to go ahead and get Duke in the semifinals because you know that's they're
Right.
gonna be rocking. You
Exactly.
ready to catch them in the finals and knock them off then or whatever got to do. So we
Yeah.
still have a lot to play for, and we playing for seeding. So I think, and these guys are grown men. Grown men take care of grown men business. So I think Louisville's going to go ahead
Yes.
and win 77-62. I think Pitt understands that they're going to fight that first half. And then I think, a couple of 3 pointers by Rain and a three by maybe Terrence that'll open it up. And then once you keep on jabbing somebody in the face, they back back. They back down, and I think we're gonna jab
Yeah.
that ass, and they're gonna back. Like I'm tired. My nose, my mouth is numb. I can't feel
Yeah.
anything. I think we're gonna be jabbing, 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 and pop,
Right.
and that's enough. I think Louisville go ahead and take care of take care of business without a doubt. Go ahead and get that victory. Mika J, what you leave the people with?
I am leaving the people with this is a big weekend for for Louisville sports. Period. The girls play Notre Dame. We also have this game with Pitt. I think the baseball team is playing Friday night. It's
Right.
gonna be a big spring football. It's a big weekend. So go Cards.
Okay. Okay. Gave a little schedule update type stuff. Love it, love it. Look, shimmy,
Right. Right. There you go.
shimmy.
There you go.
She's back. The
Yeah.
past, she's been
Through the
under the
shimmy
weather.
back.
Yeah, she's shimmy and shit. So you know it's good. But what you leave the people with, man?
Hey, I'm just. It's good to be a Cardinal right now. Who would have thought 4 months ago or 5 months ago we would be in
Ooh,
this position with the
Man.
men's basketball
ooh,
team.
wee.
It's just it's a breath of fresh air to come in, man, and even just be excited to talk about ball. And
Right.
watch the whole game and not turn the TV off when we get down by 6 in the first half in the last couple of years. So I'm gonna live with the people with man go Cards. It's good to be back, and the future is bright.
Hmm.
Go
Oh, I
Cards.
love
Right.
that. I love that Mika broke it down like, hey, we got these other sports that's rocking and
Right.
rolling. This is what this show. This is not just about
Yes.
basketball. Men basketball is about
Yep.
everything. Bump hit a home run also. What? Who would have thought? No one would have thought that. 22-6, guys. 15 and
No,
two,
no.
right? The women started out sluggish. They can't really tell what they're doing right now just because of taping purposes. But hey, they taking care of business. Let's put it this way:
Yep.
baseball, everything across the board. My thing
Yep.
is that nothing like being able to talk your shit to the other fan
Yeah.
bases.
So
Talk it.
pop your
Exactly.
collar.
Don't ain't none of this. Just let it go. Talk it. Rock and roll.
Right.
Hey, you won. You supposed to win. We won. We ain't worried about nothing.
That's
Hey,
right.
Right.
you want this? And they gonna talk about you to try to. And they know the deal. Everybody is watching Louisville athletics, and that's been
Yes.
going on. We done had a dip,
Yeah.
but hey, Jurich and them guys build that up, build us what we needed to do, and now we finally got. We've been having these. Jurich put these coaches in places, right? Right. So
Yeah.
now we got PK doing
Yeah.
what he
Yeah.
has to do and making
Yeah.
everybody proud. Louisvillians are proud.
Exactly.
We are happy.
Truly.
Yes.
Truly.
We are
Yes.
here and
Yes.
we love it.
Yeah.
And we want to thank
We're
you
back.
guys for going ahead and
We
supporting
will be
this
filling out
show.
a bracket this year.
Yes, yes. And the thing about it, 50, well,
Yes.
And the thing about it, 54 Sports Network will have a bracket challenge, and we're gonna have everybody who's a
Yes.
part of it filling it out and see if you can beat us and whatever. And maybe you can, maybe you can't. But I'll tell you what, you probably could beat most of us the last 4 years. We probably didn't give a damn. You better
Uh,
watch out. We're
yeah, we
watching
did.
it now. So I want to thank everybody for support. I want to thank Mile Wide Beer Company
Yes.
for support, Vinyl Empire, everything. Hey, and I'm gonna tell you, it's a blessing when I can come on here and do a show with my friends who are rocking and rolling. They do a hell of a job. So hey, hats off to them, and hats off to you for your support. God bless you guys. We out. Peace.
Bye.